Hey Fort, it's Madeline, and today I have the opportunity to meet and get to know our new principal, Dr. Burnette. So we want to give the students a chance to get to know you, not just as our principal, but also as a person. So how about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I grew up in a very, very small town in Upper Berkeley County. I went to Newberry College, played football there for 4 years, won a conference championship my last year. So they were Indians back then, they're now the Wolves. We changed our mascot halfway through. Loved my time there. And then I kind of bounced around a lot. I wanted to be a football coach, so that's where I came out. I started my career in Jasper County down at the very bottom of the state. Kind of worked my way up 95. I eventually went to Woodland High School as an assistant, then Lakewood High School as an assistant, then came back to Woodland High School as the head football coach for 5 years. And then ended up at Stratford for the last 8, where I was a testing coordinator, assistant principal, then I was the athletic director for the last 5. Love everything about schools. My parents, my mom was an educator for 52 years. My dad was a teacher for 41. So like education is in my blood. My brother is a football coach. My other brothers run the maintenance department in Berkeley County. So, education really pays the bills in all the Burnette family. My wife is a secretary at a middle school. So so we're all involved in the school system, but I think schools are kind of the center of towns and communities. And it's where people gravitate towards, and it's really if you have a great school environment, then typically you have a great community.
What kind of student were you in high school?
Highly academic. I am a great test taker. Self shout out right there. But I can take a test really well. I'm good at that. What I'm not good at is organization. So I was the guy who made A's on tests and F's on the notebook check. I was that guy. School usually came pretty easy to me in the sense of being able to, if I hear it, I remember it. It drives my wife nuts. My brother and I get together, we quote movies all the time because if I hear it, I remember it, which helped out in school. I didn't have to take notes. But I had a great time. I did a lot of extracurriculars. I did a lot of fun stuff. I thought it was fun, but I did it. I didn't like staying at home very much, so I did a lot. But yeah, that's who I was in high school.
So you mentioned your struggles with organization. What would you say to students, anybody else that's struggling with that?
You got to make yourself do it in the moment. So believe it or not, Miss Edwards right outside, I told her, I said, if you need something from me, you walk in here and tell me to do it right now in front of you. Because if you wait, I will forget. That's a real thing. But make yourself do things. The more you make yourself be organized, the more you will be. I'm learning that right now in this job, making myself put things in folders, making myself write things down. I typically don't write a lot of things down, but now I learn that you have to because you can't run. This school is a small city, it really is. So it's important that we have a plan, be organized about it. And that is, when you're doing things by yourself, you can be a little more scattered, but when you're doing things by others, you got to make sure that you're staying on top of it.
Now, throughout your career, what is something that you're especially proud of?
Proud of all my students and players who are out doing things in their lives. So I've sent, just now, when I was coaching, not counting, when I was AD, it was a whole lot more, but I think just as a coach, I sent 11 kids off to play college football. And then from that, I had 1 NFL player, which is great, but I've also had 12 kids that played for me go into the Army. I've had special forces guys that came from me. I've got guys out there that are running businesses. I've got people that have one guy who's a psychologist. He played free safety for me, and I never thought he'd be a psychologist. And when you see those guys and you remember the good old days, and you remember those days and they remember you, that's awesome. That's amazing. Because again, a lot of things we learn in schools are not about the classroom necessarily. It's about the relationships you have with your friends and your teachers, and just becoming a fully formed adult and watching that progression. And these guys have their own families now. They have their own lives, and I couldn't be more proud.
That's amazing. Now I want to talk a little bit about your decision to be our principal here at Fort. So what excites you most about joining our community?
The opportunity to be a part of a new group of students' lives. So the idea, I want to make sure that it's important to me that the Fort student body knows me. Is if you see me out in the world, you see me out in the hallway, talk to me. I'm a loud person. It's who I am. I'm gonna come up to you. I'm gonna I'll be the one pointing in the hallways and doing things. the excitement of a chance to really, like anything else, this is something, for better or worse, this will be my school. And so the chance to have that footprint on people's lives really excites me. And to do it, I've done it as an AD where I was kind of over a whole department. Now to be able to do it in a whole entire school, I'm excited for the challenge.
So now, let's say 4 years from now, like the incoming freshmen, 4 years from now, what do you want them to say or think about you? How do you want to leave a footprint in their life?
I want them, first of all, to be able to pick me out of a lineup. That's the big thing. That they've seen me, that possibly they talked to me in the hallway. But overall, that they were happy with the job that I did, that they had the opportunities they wanted to have, and that they had a great high school experience. I don't want to think that anybody, and you look at the county or the area, I don't want anybody who goes to Somerville or Ashley Ridge or Stratford or Berkeley to think that they could have had that a student we have didn't have as good an experience as those people had because they went to those schools. So that is important to me. I want them to be able to say nobody could have had a better high school experience than I had.
So now we have a culture in our community about the students' lives, the sporting events, the club activities. Do you think we'll see you at things like that?
Oh, definitely. I'll be around. Like, again, the truth be told, academics are the most important thing. It's why we're here. But what you remember about school is going to be the stuff you do outside of the classroom. So it's important that I get to see what you guys are doing, get to be a part of it, get to really. I went to the play last spring that they did here. It was amazing watching all those people do everything, and seeing the product that was created from all that hard work. So I will be around.
And now, if a student were to have an idea or a concern or anything, how do you want them to approach you?
So, first of all, don't bring it directly to me. Bring it to your administrator first. The nature of, and again, that's not saying I don't care about what you're doing. I absolutely do. But the reality is there's one of me and there's 2,300 of you guys. So, but my admin have direct access to me pretty much anytime they need it. So if you have a concern, go to your administrator. If you don't know who your administrator is, come see one of my clerical workers and they will tell you who your administrator is. Go see your guidance counselor. And they can bring it to me. If you don't get the answer that you think is deserved, you are welcome to bring it to me at that point. Say, I've already met with my administrator. It didn't, and I don't feel like this has been resolved. And then we'll go through it. It's a chain of command thing. Otherwise, what's going to happen is I'm going to be stuck in this office all day and I don't ever get to go out and be a part of the school, which is important to me. I have my own goals about how many teachers I'm going to go see, being in the hallway. One goal for me and our entire admin team is we are going to be in the hallway between every single class period. Like, we're going to be there to make sure that if anybody needs help, anybody doesn't know where to go, anybody needs anything that they need to take care of, we can be there to help. We're going to be visible. That is a real important point, and that includes myself.
Dr. Burnette, I want to talk a little bit about your vision for our school. So what are you looking forward to this school year?
Overall vision is that basically every student has the best possible high school experience they can have inside and outside of the classroom. So looking forward to helping all our students meet their goals, all our teachers meet their goals. Basically, everybody have the best possible high school experience they can possibly have.
And how do you plan to do that?
Well, we have a set of priorities. We want to make sure everybody's doing the right thing when they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, when they're supposed to be doing it, where they're supposed to be doing it. Making sure that we're always available to our students and to our teachers if they need anything from us. Putting a plan together and just continuing on with what's already really in place as far as if you look at our overall scores and things we do and all our accomplishments, we want to keep that same trend, but we want to make sure we're getting better. Every day is a chance to get better. You don't ever want to stagnate. You want to get better because you either get better or you get worse.
Now, what's one piece of advice that you would give to every student?
Come and give your best effort. Never do anything where you don't feel like you're giving your best effort, because the reality is all we can ask you to do is try to meet your potential. So if you're doing everything you can, then that's all we can ask you, but also be willing to ask for help. You do those two things and you'll be fine.
Now, how should students make the best out of their 4 years here?
Be involved. Find something that really you're passionate about. If you try something and don't like it, you can always try something else. But the reality is don't just come to school every day and go home at 4 o'clock. Find something that's gonna make you excited about the future. You never know what's gonna spark what you do for the rest of your life. Whatever, find a passion, follow it, be open to new experiences.
Did you have any extracurriculars or sports that you were into?
Oh my goodness. So I was a big extracurricular person. So I was editor of my high school yearbook. I was in chorus for 4 years. I played football, golf, baseball, track for a little bit, basketball for a little bit. Big sports guy. But we did a ton of stuff. I was in 4 or 5 different clubs. I grew up in the middle of nowhere. So the reality is the schools where everything was at. So I stayed up there a ton.
Where are you from?
I am from Bono Beach, South Carolina. So
okay.
upper Berkeley County. So that's where.
Okay.
So like my town had 500 people in it.
Oh
We had one stop sign at a stoplight.
Okay, now we're gonna do a little rapid fire. So I'm gonna ask you a question. It's either gonna be a this or that, or just a question, and you have 3 seconds to answer. So first thing you think of.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Okay. Beach or mountains?
Beach.
Lemonade or sweet tea?
Both. I'm all Palmer guy.
Favorite food?
Steak.
Who's your favorite musician or band?
Ooh. Wow. That's tough.
Or maybe favorite genre?
Actually, you know what? That's not fair. So, Stevie Wonder.
Okay. Okay, favorite sports team?
Newberry College. I don't do professional sports.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs. Even though I had 2 cats.
Okay.
My wife has 2 cats, but yeah.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
So actually, Yokoso in Somerville. We went there every Tuesday night. They have 30% off for teachers. My brother and I went there every single Tuesday during football season. We coached at Woodland, and we had an 8-game win streak doing that. So we were actually super about that. Yeah.
Okay, and then do you have a hidden talent?
Hidden talent? I have been in my church choir since I was 10 years old. So I'm a karaoke singer guy. That's who I am.
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, now it's time for a little this and that. So, Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's? All right. Marvel or DC? Netflix or YouTube?
Yeah.
Summer or winter? Sneakers or dress shoes?
Oh.
And lastly, Disney or Universal?
Ooh.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time today.
This was great. Can't wait to see the rest of the episodes.